Hello, I'm Maria Hall Brown, and this is LA Currents. The WLCAC was founded in 1965, unfortunately burned down, but fortunately rebuilt after the LA Rebellion of 1992. The man who created the whole thing, Ted Watkins. Today, his son continues on with his mission with pride and passion and love. I'm delighted to be joined by Tim today. So great to have you here.
Thank you. Same here.
Obviously, this is incredibly personal, given the fact that your father was the person that created it in the first place. So what did you see as a young man with the LACAC and your father and the community and everything this place offers growing up?
I learned to find joy in a place of despair by learning to appreciate the remarkable hope that people have. The community really has unlimited potential.
What are some of the things that you are now able to offer the community? It seems the scope of programs that happen here are pretty robust. So what are some of the things that you're really excited about right now?
Oh, every day I can't wait to get to work. I live 4 minutes away from here down the street. I'm up and out, and I never know what I'm going to encounter. Services for the homeless, for seniors, for the indigent and economically poor people, whatever kinds of needs they have, whether it's food or transportation or housing, we're in the business of finding solutions, and that's what we do. Today, my focus and my personal passion goes to developing rent-to-own housing. It's a different take. A lot of people don't believe that it can be done, but I want to do hundreds of them in a multifamily setting so that the people that we move into those units that will eventually own them are from the communities of greatest need. People that were formerly incarcerated or at war in a foreign land, or in some cases homeless by, accident. They fell, they hurt their hip, and in the process of healing, lost everything.
So how is that going to work? Are you purchasing properties that are, multifamily properties?
No.
How is your dream being realized?
So we call the project 2,000 watts.
Okay.
To actually depict the number of units we're going to build.
Okay.
2,000 units of very affordable housing with 20% rent to own. And so these 400 units will be scattered throughout the 2,000. But we're looking for a legal way to add a layer of specificity to the kind of people that we want to move in these units for people in great need.
Your whole conceit about artists is fascinating to me. First of all, we're surrounded by breathtaking art in this room, but it's all over this complex. Everywhere
Yes.
you go, there's sculpture and there's painting and there's work. What do you think the artist brings to a community that actually directs you to want to have them in?
It's what the world needs now. Put it in Dionne Warwick and Burt Bacharach's words. It's what the world needs now. It's love, it's peace, it's passionate, constructive, peaceful communication. That every piece of art you have seen here, and you can't even see it all because it's so much of it that when you're looking at it sometimes, you don't realize, oops, that's another piece of somebody's artwork. That, the world's most powerful leaders are communicating through destruction and violence. And in communities like Watts, artists that would otherwise probably be worse off find a way to eke out an existence, even though they're part of a starving category, because there's a tolerance and acceptance for alternatives to war and violence.
I know know that one of the critical components of this wonderful facility is job training and job placement and, education for, particular careers. What is that program, and what are you proud that you've been able to accomplish there?
So we've got the job training and development, and in that area we get a lot of people back to work that have been long-term unemployed or hard to employ. In fact, WLCAC itself considers that part of its employment policy, that we care about getting people back to work because we think nothing solves poverty like a job. So we hire locally. 80% of our workforce lives within walking distance. Senior services, close to 2,000 meals a day delivered to people, hot and ready to eat. People that can't otherwise get out and get to food the way they would like. Sometimes the only people they actually see in their lives are the people that deliver those services. We've got a 2.5-acre farm in the middle of what's been declared a food desert, and through that we give out close to 40,000 pounds of food every month, free of charge. But we also are growing food at that farm, and we're in the process now in pre-development of building a culinary center that can teach people how not only to grow food, but to gather it and prepare it and consume it in a healthier manner than they're currently doing, because we have the enrichment division, which does all the things that you've noticed in this building with glass blowing and ceramics firing and sublimation, embroidery, silk screening, movie and music production. All the different things that we do here is because we believe that all the other things we do with homeless services and so on, that only gets to 3/4 of the human being.
Right.
That service side, it's when they can express themselves creatively and constructively that their souls begin to heal, and they begin to see each other as contributors to the better side of the community.
Sure. What can people do to help you? I mean, what do you need? You're doing so much, and you're tackling a lot of major issues, concerns, and programs. What can people do to help you?
2 things.
Okay.
We have a website that talks about all the things that we do. You can get more information there. It's at www.wlcac.org.
Okay.
There's a donation button there, and I don't know how to say, I'm not asking for donations, but I'll tell you, we've never done a fundraiser in 60 years. And only within the last year or so, we put a donation button on our site, because so much of what I described to you, that is city, county, state, federal funded programming, so much of it comes with far less than half of what it needs to actually function properly. But just learn about us, and there are plenty of opportunities. We have a volunteer coordinator. You can call us and we'll get you involved.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
It's nice to have had this opportunity so that you could realize that it was 25 years.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work, and I hope you let me come back and learn more about how all of this is progressing, because you've done so much, but I can see by what you've told me this afternoon that you're taking another very long road to do a lot more.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Aw, thank you. And that's a wrap on this LA Current.